Hello. Okay. Hello everyone. So today I will be joined by Catherine. We'll just wait for her to come onto the live. I'll just give a moment before I say too much. Hello. Okay, so we'll just wait for Catherine to come on, and then today we're going to be talking about how to optimize IVF success through diet and lifestyle strategies. So we'll have a specific focus on nutrition today, and I'll just wait for her to come on so that I don't say too much without her, but I'll start giving her a little introduction. So Catherine is a fellow Nutrition Plus dietitian. So Nutrition Plus dietitians are all specialising in reproductive and prenatal nutrition. And Catherine takes a special interest in IVF and fertility. So she's a great person to have join us. Oh, and I can see Catherine is on. Great. Sorry, I'm just trying to get Catherine on.
Hi.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. I just started introducing you, but I feel like
Yep.
you can introduce yourself much better. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Catherine.
Sure, no worries. Thank you so much for having me
It's
here
such a pleasure.
today. Yeah, so my name is Catherine Charles. I'm one of the Nutrition Plus dietitians, and I'm based in Brisbane. So I mainly specialize in fertility and IVF. I'm currently consulting to medical practices, and I also do virtual consultation as well.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us
Yeah.
today, Catherine. We're very happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, we put out the opportunity there for you guys to ask us some questions, and we had some great
That's
ones
right.
come through. And we've tried to pick 5 that were kind of like the most overarching, that would give the most information, and that we felt that we could answer today to just give you a little bit of an insight into how to optimize IVF outcomes through nutrition. So
Yeah.
I'll get started just with one of the first things that came up quite a bit, was just about what is an IVF diet. And with this, there's some key reasons why working with a fertility dietitian is so crucial when you're going through the whole IVF process. And there are some key things that we can help to do to help optimize your outcomes. And so I'll list 4 of kind of like the main ways in which we can really help you. And number 1 is that we can really analyze your supplements and tailor them to you, so that you know that you're meeting your requirements, and so that you know that it's all based on what your biochemistry is, what your medical conditions are, and make sure that that is tailored to you. The other thing that we can do is we can help to optimize weight where that is something that is needed, and with weight management throughout. So just to help around that, because we know that weight can also play a big role in optimizing fertility and IVF outcomes. And then number 3, egg and sperm health are both so crucial for IVF, and we really look at helping to tailor the diet to optimize egg and sperm health. And then finally, we help you to boost implantation rates. So that's kind of where we're looking to go when we say we want to help you with an IVF diet to optimize your outcomes. And with the foundation of that the foundation will be similar to our Mediterranean style of eating, our Mediterranean pattern of eating, but certain adaptations will be made to tailor it obviously to you and to your unique situation, because it's not a one size fits all. So there's no IVF diet that everyone can just go on, and that's why working one-on-one with someone is so helpful. But that pattern of eating, the Mediterranean pattern of eating, has been shown time and time again to be really beneficial for fertility and for IVF, and has been linked to improve IVF outcomes. And so the Mediterranean style of eating is largely based on the foundation of whole grains, vegetables, fruits, nuts and seeds, legumes and beans. Extra virgin olive oil is your main source of fat and the one that you will cook with. And it's got quite a bit less red meat than what we typically see in like a Western style diet, and has a lot more fish and plant proteins in it, which are all amazing for IVF and for fertility as a whole. So through eating in this kind of way and using lots of fresh herbs and everything like that, which is encouraged in the Mediterranean style of eating, we're getting in so many of those crucial fertility nutrients. And this type of eating is really high in antioxidants, and antioxidants are so important in IVF. We really want to optimize the antioxidant intake, and it's obviously got lots of omega-3s and healthy fats, and as a whole is the carbohydrates that are included are low GI. So again, like we've said probably time and time again, so important for fertility. So that's kind of the overview of what we'd be looking at when we're speaking of an IVF diet. But of course, a lot of tailoring takes place and a lot of adaptations take place to make sure that it is meeting your requirements. Would you agree with me on that one, Catherine?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think just adding to that as well, if you're looking at research, there are also some of the promising research as well, showing that, you know, couple, especially for women as well, who follow this Mediterranean eating pattern that you just mentioned, basically looking at number is there is a 65 increase of the chances of the successful pregnancy if you do follow the Mediterranean style of eating. There's also another study looking at a large group of women, and in Greece, they also found that there is a 2.7 times higher likelihood of a clinical pregnancy for women undergoing IVF as well. So that's certainly, I will encourage if you are someone who are pursuing IVF, or if you already started your IVF journey, it's not too late. Definitely, absolutely. You definitely want to start looking at your day-to-day diet, or decide to actually have the help and the support from a fertility dietitian like us to help you tailor and to break things down into step by step to make it easy for you to get started.
And with the research as well, the Mediterranean style of eating has also been linked to increased live birth rates. So even past the point of just optimizing your ability to get pregnant, it's also really important for pregnancy as a whole, and then for your future baby. So thank you for that, Catherine.
No worries.
So if we think of some quick action points, some easy ways that people can start kind of tailoring their diet to be more Mediterranean. A big one, I think, is looking at your dinner plate and ensuring that half of your plate is filled with colourful vegetables. And we really want to make sure we're getting in different colours. So aim to have 3 different colours on your dinner plate, and make sure that it's half of your plate filled with lots of different veggies. And that way you're making sure you're getting in lots of fibre, lots of nutrients, and the different colours will all contribute to different nutrients and antioxidants that you will be including in your diet. Is there another tip that you would have, Catherine, for that?
Yeah, my second biggest favorite nutrient is omega-3. Like you said, that we need to help. Love it. So we need to also help your body to kind of get into the anti-inflammation effects as well. So omega-3 is included nutrients, and mostly coming from oily fish. So if you do enjoy fish, make sure that you do include at least 2 to 3 times of oily fish, such as salmon, sardine, tuna, or mackerel, at least about 2 to 3 times a week. So that's what we are aiming for. And of course, if you don't really enjoy much fish, or if you are vegetarian or vegans, we can always talk about some plant-based options as well, or decide if we need to have omega-3 supplement, which we're going to talk about a little bit more later on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if we go for a third tip, we'll make that one to start focusing on your whole grains. So making sure that you're making those easy swaps from your refined carbohydrates to your whole grains, and making sure that at all your meals you've got that good source of whole grains. So it could be rolled oats in the morning, whole grain bread, or brown rice or quinoa at lunch, and similar at dinner time. You could have maybe like a wholemeal pasta, or again, quinoa is a fantastic one at dinner time. Just making sure, buckwheat, whatever, that you're including those whole grains and that you're replacing those refined carbohydrates with the whole grain varieties.
Yeah, fabulous.
Amazing. Then another question that we got a lot of was all about the 2-week wait, and what you should be eating during the 2-week wait. So first of all, the 2-week wait obviously is a very, very, very stressful time, and it is so important to just try and take care of yourself during that time. And I know it can be so tough, but yeah, in this time in particular, make sure you're reaching out for support, and that you have people who you can talk to and lean on during this. Your nutrition is still so important during this time, because even though you know, we've already spoken about the egg and the sperm quality, but we still really want to work on optimizing implantation, and of course just in general for pregnancy. Hopefully if you are able to fall pregnant, that we want to keep thinking about nutrition for all of those reasons. So it's definitely still important to focus on nutrition, and the basis of it would be very similar to what you would be doing in the lead up. But some key things to focus on: your dark green leafy veggies, which are really rich in folate, and folate is really important during this time and for implantation. So making sure that you're adding in dark green leafy veg to your lunches and your dinners where you can, even adding spinach to smoothies for a breakfast option, just including those wherever you can. Then your whole grains, again, whole grains are really important for building that really healthy endometrium. So we want to try and have a thick endometrial lining, and whole grains are really, really important for that as well. Then your healthy fats, so the omega-3s, like Catherine mentioned, are so important for their anti-inflammatory properties. And also healthy fats from things like your nuts and seeds are all really, really beneficial for helping with building, again, that healthy endometrial lining. And also nuts like Brazil nuts have a really good amount of zinc in them. And that, again, is actually linked to hormones like progesterone, which are important for maintaining that thick lining. So try and focusing on including snacks that have things like nuts and seeds in them. It's a really easy way, or add it onto your rolled oats in the morning, to get in those extra healthy fats and your zinc. Then carrying on with your oily fish, carry on eating those 2 to 3 times a week as you would have been doing beforehand. And then with your supplements during this time, you will still need to be taking your prenatal multivitamin, but I would definitely recommend having a catch up with your fertility dietitian or your doctor or whoever you're working with, just to double check if there are any supplement changes that need to be happening during that time. But your multivitamin should definitely still be, your prenatal multi should still be a part of it. And then finally, again, I just want to stress on the self-care and looking for ways that you know can help you to manage with the stress, and that can help you throughout this. So whether that be things like a type of gentle exercise like stretching things, or yoga type exercises, or going for walks, reaching out to friends, journaling, whatever it is, just finding things that work for you to help manage with the stress and the emotion during this time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Catherine, I'm going to start asking a question for you. We've had quite a few questions about the supplement and the diet, but how long beforehand do you need to start thinking about supplement changes and diet changes? Is there a recommended time frame that you would give people?
Okay, it's really a great question here. So to understand, so basically it takes about 3 months to optimize the egg and sperm health. So I'll say that as soon as you start thinking about trying for the baby, or at least about 1 month up to 3 months is the time frame that we're looking at right here. And just to share with you as well, a more and more study actually showing that what we call the first 1,000 days, which is the crucial period where the months leading up to conceptions, during, after pregnancy, till the baby's age about 2 years old, is a really crucial period where the nutrition can have a profound impact on the child's development and long-term health as well. So certainly it's not just we're looking at maximizing the chances of getting pregnant, but we also want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to really maximize the early life nutrition. And also, like you mentioned earlier on, Ronell, is we want to also minimize the pregnancy complications as well, to make sure we do have a smooth and safe delivery. So I guess to answer your question, the sooner, the better.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah.
So I agree that general guideline of at least 3 months prior, so that we can really optimize both egg and sperm quality in the lead up. But the sooner the better, and also it's never too late. If it's a week beforehand, get started now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Another question I've had quite a lot of, Catherine, was about, again, supplementation. And a lot of people know that they should be taking some type of prenatal multivitamins. But is there anything that people should be taking on top of that, specifically when it comes to IVF?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I guess that just like the diet plan as well, there's no one size fits all. Like everybody, like for everybody, the supplement regime will be different. But I guess that to get started, really at the bottom line, you really want to focus on choosing the right prenatal supplement multi that include the right amount of folic acid for you. Now, for me, I would definitely, again, I would first assess my one-on-one clients depending on their medical condition, the quality of their diets, they are looking at their blood test result, and also their overall lifestyle, to really find out if there's any nutrient deficiency, or if there's any other things that we need to add on additional supplements. So specifically for IVF group of clients, I may decide to put on, say, additional omega-3 supplements if it's not getting enough from the diet. We might also potentially use a few more antioxidant supplements such as CoQ10 to really maximize the egg quality, or lipoic acid, additional vitamin C or E, just trying to do everything we can to maximize that egg quality. But again, everybody's different. It really depends on your diet quality, where are you on your fertility journey, whether you need those additional supplements or not. The other thing is, I guess, with the age as well. So obviously age is still the number one factors that is affecting women's fertility as well. So sometimes I may prescribe a more advanced plan for my client as well, and also working alongside with the fertility specialist. I know that the doctors may also suggest patients to take the melatonin hormones or DHEA hormone as well, to try to maximize the egg quality. So that's for the female client. Now, I also want to highlight to you as well, Ronell, it's so important as well we talk about male fertility, because quite often there's a lot of a lot of women or my clients feel like, oh, we have to try to do everything by ourselves, but also want to focus on a little bit of male fertility as well. Certainly, for the men out there, we need to start to looking at to change your diet, your lifestyle. But also, you may also, like for the male fertility, male clients as well, they may also need to start to take certain supplements as well, such as like a men prenatal multi or omega-3 or CoQ10. So it really depends on, I guess, their fertility condition. But certainly these are the things, some of the factors I will consider when I draft that individualized supplement regime.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think it's really important to stress that as well, that with supplementation, it's so important that you're working with a health professional to decide what supplements are right for you, because it's also so easy to kind of do Googling and go to the shop and buy all of these different supplements, and then you
Yeah.
can end up doing more harm than good if you're taking too many things that are
Yeah.
either competing with each other, or you're taking in amounts that are far too high. So definitely reach out to your doctor and your fertility dietitian to make sure that you're taking the right supplements for you, and that that everything there is tailored to you. Don't self supplement too much, because I think it can get a little bit dangerous when we're just kind of mixing and matching the supplements.
Yeah, and sometimes certain nutrients may also interact each other, the absorption as well.
Exactly.
So we just have to be really careful when we do select the supplements. So definitely I would suggest that to see your fertility dietitians if you're not sure about what to take and whether there's a right one to take or not.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Catherine. If I could ask you one more question.
Sure.
So this one was something a little bit different that came up, and it was about experiencing a lot of bloating or having severe bloating. If there's any tips around that and how to manage that.
Yeah, sure. I suppose that if we're looking at, I'm assuming that could be something describing severe bloating after maybe IVF or the egg retrieval. Which can happen quite commonly, especially for women undergone several rounds of egg retrieval back to back. It's a condition what we call ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, so OHSS. Basically, it's because of an excessive response to the ovary stimulation drugs, such as the follicle stimulating hormones that was used to help to produce more eggs than usual, right? So what happens is in the condition like what we call the OHSS, or ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, it's when a woman's ovaries does swell and leak the fluids into the body. So women might experience mild symptoms such as abdominal discomfort, bloating, nausea, or slight weight gain. But usually this would resolve about 2 weeks. So I would say that as a general tips here, how we can manage the diet is you may require to restrict your fluid, so temporarily, or even go on a low salt diet. So this is something that the doctors would generally advise just to help your body to get rid of some of the fluids. Secondly, depending how you feel, I know some women can feel really nausea, especially that 1 or 2 weeks post the egg retrieval. So that we may need to look at, small and frequent meals, maybe temporarily minimizing some of the fiber food or high fat type of food in your diet, just to make the nausea a little bit, manageable. And looking at like carbohydrate-rich food, such as a piece of toast, Vegemite, or crackers, or a piece of fruit, just to, like I say, to treat that nausea for that short period of time, or even adding some ginger as well might be helpful. But I will say that if you suffer from severe bloating or fluid retention more than 2 weeks, it will definitely work to really check in with your fertility doctors, because I know that they do have some severe cases that will actually need to be treated in the hospital. So always, check in with the fertility dietitian and the doctors.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks. You've given some amazing tips today.
No worries.
It's so nice to have had you here, and to have you sharing some of your experience with working with IVF clients. And yeah, it's so important to, when you're going through this whole process, like I said before, to make sure that you have the support that you need, and to have people who can really help you, not only with that emotional and mental health kind of support and everything like that, which is so crucial, but to have people who can help you along the way in knowing what are the right choices for you, and making sure that everything is being tailored to you and meeting your needs. So yeah, make sure that you've got that support network, and having a fertility dietitian on your team can be so incredible. It can just make such a big difference, can't it? So definitely reach out. And Catherine, obviously I'll post this as an IGTV and have you linked there, so people can always reach out to you as well, and see more of what you're doing. But if you have any other questions for us, please leave them in the comments, or send either of us a DM, and we will get back to you. And yeah, we'd love to be able to help more of you on this journey. Do you have anything else to say, Catherine?
Oh, like I say, it's just such a really wonderful opportunity to be able to help, women and couples to really optimize their diet and just to be part of their journey to help them to get there.
Special, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it's a journey, but like I always say to my clients, we will eventually get there. We just need to really focus on the right step to maximize that fertility impact. So yeah, if anyone, do you have any questions? I guess it's really reach out to us. It will be really good just to get that conversation started and how we can to find out how we can help you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Catherine. It's been lovely to have you here.
No worries. Thank you so much, everyone.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye now.